Hi, this is Shubham Tiwari, and I welcome you to Education Plus, a show brought to you by Wonder Publish magazine, where we try to bring in the institutional perspective to the discourse around education, and more importantly, education technology. Today's guest is Miss Bhavna Chibber, who is Vice Principal at Gurugram Globalize School. Welcome, Miss Chibber, to Wonder Publish magazine.
नमस्कार आप सभी को मेरा धन्यवाद शुभम यहाँ बुलाने के लिए
Welcome, ma'am. आपका भी बहुत-बहुत धन्यवाद. So it's good that you spoke in Hindi. We'll keep the session and we'll keep the session bilingual. So we are again in this second wave of COVID, ma'am. So किस तरह से आप लोग tackle कर रहे हैं इसको? Because I believe things are going back to online.
You're absolutely right, Shubham, and actually it's quite unfortunate that we are again on that same situation, same month as we were in last
April.
year. But now the things, if we see it in a positive manner, now our teachers are well trained.
Yeah.
Now they know how to tackle with the situation. Now they have enough training to conduct the classes smoothly on an online platform. And students are now more comfortable because they know how to have the session on.
Yeah.
So now I want that those who are listeners, just if you are a parent, just support your institution where your child is having a schooling, that this is a tough time for each and every stakeholder, being a parent, being a student, being a management, being a teacher. So it's a tough time for everybody. So once we will just join our hands like this, then only we will be able to sail through this situation in an effective manner.
Yeah. And ma'am, before the beginning of this interview, you were talking about admissions. So, I mean, what's the process of admission nowadays? Is it also online? I mean, how is it happening?
Yes, it is. It is, Shubham. As you know, this is now digital world.
Yeah.
You and me, we have never met with each other. We are meeting on this this Zoom platform. So now there is no boundaries. If you want to reach somebody, if you want to meet somebody, if you want to have even a virtual tour of the school, either it is available on the school website, or we have that privilege that we can show you the rooms, we can show you the pictures also of the classroom. So everything is on this digital platform. Either it's a learning, or it's business, or it's kind of any things. I believe there are n number of eateries, the catering business is now picking up. So
things online,
each and everything is now coming on online, as so as with admissions.
Yeah. So are you a bit worried? I mean, the kids who are just coming up for the first time in schools. So do you think that they're missing out on the actual environment of a school because they are in their formative years? If they're not going to see schools in these years, then do you think there's going to be developmental issues later?
Yes, yes, Shubham, you're absolutely right. And that is the main concern for each and every educationist. Because a child who has to start his or her schooling, I'm talking about early year kids, wherein it is not, we are not talking about or concerned about IQ only. Why we send our kids to school? That is for social quotient, for emotional quotient, to learn the adversity quotient, each and everything. There are n number of life skills which I can't even name all of them here on this platform, but there are so many skills which we teach them when they are in the campus. But when when the things are not in your hand, then you need to work as per that what is available to you. That's what is our main motive should be. And main, you can say, point of idea behind the action.
Yeah.
Because if you will think like that, why, then you will not be able to come up with the solution, because
Right.
you don't have any reason of why this UK strain is now coming, why
Yeah.
this so many cases are there, why it is affecting kids, why it is affecting to young. So there is no reason of why.
Yeah.
So what we can do is, what is next, what is
Mm.
the solution for it. So we are online, we know we can't compensate that bonding which actually happen in the actual classroom,
Right.
but we try in our school, and I believe all the educators in their own school, that they are trying to help their teachers to have that kind of a classroom interaction online, wherein the teacher and the student engagement is more.
Yeah. Correct.
So that's what is the strategy. Because see, nursery child is a very small, they are looking at their teacher on screen,
Yeah.
and it is too difficult. Even when they were here in the campus, we used to give them that kind of atmosphere, and they used to take so much of time to settle down.
Right.
But now, since this is online, so now they are also taking so much of time, but gradually,
Yeah.
because child is always has that kind of I believe they are so able to transform themselves in the situation whatever
Yeah.
they are into.
Correct.
एंड आई बिलीव पर्सनली, आई बिलीव ये वो ऐसी कच्ची मिट्टी होते हैं कि
Right.
आप एक कुम्हार का अगर रोल प्ले कर रहे हैं तो आप किसी भी मिट्टी में उनको ढाल सकते हैं।
जी.
तो अब ये आपका एक अध्यापक होते हुए ये आपका फर्ज है, और एक अभिभावक होते हुए ये आपका फर्ज बनता है कि जो अभी सिचुएशन है उसमें हम उन बच्चों को ढालें, और
जी.
जो अभी जितना संभव हो सकता है उनकी उस शिक्षा में हम कोई भी ऐसी अड़चन ना आने दें।
जी, बिल्कुल। और आपने अभिभावकों का ज़िक्र किया, क्या उनमें कोई किसी तरह का भी डर है? क्या किसी ने अपने बच्चे को स्कूल से वापस ले लिया है? आर दे होम स्कूलिंग देयर किड्स? कुछ ऐसे भी हैं?
I believe homeschooling is there, but still everyone has to connect with the school,
राइट।
because school is the place wherein the actual assessment। देखिए मेरा बच्चा मेरे लिए, मैं खुद भी एक माँ हूँ,
जी,
मेरा बच्चा मेरे लिए हीरा है, चाहे वो 2 रत्ती का भी ना हो, 1 रत्ती का भी ना हो, मेरे लिए वो हीरा है। तो
जी,
एक पूर्ण मूल्यांकन, दैट्स व्हाई द असेसमेंट, द रोल ऑफ असेसमेंट
करेक्ट।
टेक प्लेस।
हुँ, हुँ,
तो इट इज वेरी मच इम्पोर्टेंट फॉर अस टू असेस। हम
राइट।
एक घर में एक छोटी सी सब्जी बनती है, उसके बाद भी माँ आपसे पूछती है कि बेटा ये सब्जी अच्छी बनी है ना? तो
जी,
एक असेसमेंट जो है ना, वो बहुत जरूरी है।
जी,
If it that evaluation and assessment is not being taken care of properly, then we won't be able to promote that child to the
करेक्ट,
next classes. So
करेक्ट।
it is very much important for us to see that the child is learning well, the child is having that kind of competency which is required to that particular age group.
या,
It is very much important.
राइट।
Now the NEP is there. They are already talking about competency only.
या, करेक्ट, करेक्ट।
Concept building, competency. So let's work towards it.
Yeah. Before coming to NEP, ma'am, I would like to
Yeah.
know, are you guys providing any kind of counseling to the parents of kids?
Yes, we do provide, and we had so many sessions in last session
Right,
2021 on mental wellness, on cyber crime, on cyber security.
right,
And I believe these are the things which we need to talk about, because
correct,
people are having so much of stress, and when we have given them the gadgets, again there is a problem of cyber crimes and cyber wellness we need to teach them. So
correct.
there are a number of issues we have talked about: how to do the parenting when you are at home, you have to say maintain the balance between the your work, your home, and your kids classes. So
Screen time, yeah,
yes,
correct.
yes. So everything you need to see, everyone is aware of. The
Yeah,
only thing is that you just have to um, tell them, help them to recall this. I'll just
Correct.
give you one example.
Yes, please. Yeah.
This is one habit which I know it is very good, and I believe you will also agree with me that 40 minutes of walking is a very good exercise. That
Yeah.
I know, you know, everyone in this world know, but
Correct.
how many are able to do it? ये एक
Yeah.
अच्छी
That's
आदत है.
true. That's true.
ये एक अच्छी आदत है, सबको
वो
मालूम
हम
है,
जानते हैं. जी जी.
वो हम जानते हैं,
करते कितना है, ठीक
पर
बात
करते
है.
कितना है. लेकिन हमें गंदी आदत लगाने की जरूरत नहीं है, वो तो हमें है ही है. हमें अच्छी आदत जो है वो
जी.
उसको करने के लिए, और बहुत अच्छी ये एक आई एम जस्ट गिविंग यू वन एग्जांपल that this is how we need to train our mind for
करेक्ट.
good habit. नहीं करनी है, आज मुझे वॉक करनी है, मुझे walk नहीं करनी, वो तो करनी
ठीक बात है.
हाँ जी. तो
अ,
इसी तरह में बच्चों को भी
जी
ऐसे ही ट्रेन करना है
जी जी जी
कि भी जो चीज है, आपको टाइम बांटना है बच्चों के लिए.
जी
ये
जी
स्क्रीन टाइम है, ये खेलने का टाइम है. नहीं है तो आप बच्चों को आप स्किपिंग रोप ला के दे दीजिए.
जी
टेल देम टू हैव ताड़ आसन at least 10 to 20 times so
जी.
that their height should be increased. Then they can jump on at their place. So there are n number of things which we share in our physical classes. सूर्य नमस्कार है,
जी.
और आजकल बहुत कॉमन हो रहा है आपका this yoga, brain yoga.
ब्रेन योगा. ओके.
Yes. So this is kind of जो I believe I पता नहीं, आप तो बहुत यंग लगते हैं शुभम. हमारे टाइम पे हमारे टीचर्स मुर्गा बनाते थे. ब्रेन योगा इज
जी.
नथिंग, इट इज जस्ट ब्रेन दिस मुर्गा बनना, कान पकड़ के
ओके.
एंड देन 10 times up and down you have to
ओके.
do. So
गॉट इट.
yeah, please go
Okay.
ahead.
So ma'am, speaking of educators,
Hmm.
how's the role of new educators different from, let's say, traditional teachers? Because their training was, very traditional in the sense, आपने भी बोला कि बहुत पुराना भी है हमारा सिस्टम, हमारी न्यू एजुकेशन पॉलिसी भी बहुत टाइम में आई है. I believe in more than 30 years. So how did you make the transition from old style of teachers to, new teachers?
See, this transition has already taken place when CC was there.
Okay.
CC, then that time that was continuous comprehensive evaluation. That time, teachers had little bit of understanding how to work on project,
Right.
how project-based learning, activity-based learning. Although we were not able to implement it in a proper manner, maybe there, because we have a huge population, that also we need to consider.
Correct.
So that's why we were not able to implement it in a full-fledged manner. Otherwise, else it was quite nice step. And that too, right now, see, traditional teacher is what? Is basically they have a strategy called chalk and talk.
Okay.
Traditional teacher is what? Who is using a strategy when she is in the class, she'll
Yeah.
use talk and talk and have a discussion right on the board, and then she'll complete her class.
Okay.
Wherein in this technology, this classroom, where we are talking about blended learning, we are talking
Correct.
about flipped classroom, we are talking about the incorporation of 21st century skills. While we have to, when the teacher is transiting the lesson, she need to focus on, she need to work on how to enhance the critical thinking or creativity of the child.
Right.
So now the scenario is this, that earlier the concept was on the teacher was teaching on the base of that evaluation has to take place at one time,
Okay.
and that they need to work for that assessment like this. But now the strategy, and that's what NEP is talking about, that is holistic progress card,
Right.
wherein each and everything of, that means how the child is performing the practical, how the child is working in the classroom,
Yeah.
how we will be, the child will be say good in collaborative work. So
Yeah.
each and every point to be taken care of.
Correct.
So now there is a kind of a role. Earlier it was a teacher wherein they will be teaching each and every child in one way.
Yeah.
If you have heard the term called differentiated learning,
Okay.
that means एक बहुत अच्छी सी पिक्चर है, यहाँ मेरे पास है नहीं। पहले क्या होता था कि जैसे देयर इज अ हॉर्स, देयर इज अ लाइन, देयर इज अ
Yeah, I've seen that picture, and
yeah, that picture
everyone, yeah,
yes,
is given
yes.
the same task.
You all
Correct.
have to climb a tree. So
Yeah,
there was one instruction to everybody. Now
yeah,
only monkey has the ability to climb the tree.
correct, correct,
Nobody else has this ability. So what about the other? So this is the role of this teacher here, that they
yeah,
need to recognize that what
correct,
kind of that what level my child is. Is
right,
he very intelligent? If he or she is very intelligent, then I need to take care of.
correct,
I need to support, and this is what now all the lesson plans which CBSE is asking for, that they are focusing on the learning outcome.
okay,
It is not about that learning objective to be achieved. It is
okay,
very much essential that learning outcome to be achieved.
correct,
Means if I am teaching something to you, you must understand what I am teaching to you. So
right,
outcome is very much essential.
correct, absolutely.
So at that time, that I always say that she was the teacher.
Yeah,
Now the term is called curator. You
curator,
need to
okay,
curate the things
yeah,
and then share it with your students.
okay, wonderful. And if I ask you what makes Gurugram Globalize School different from other schools, let's say, I mean, it's a very general question, but
See, in my campus,
yeah,
I tried to incorporate one single thing, that is, I give them the, I want to make them global citizen with
okay,
Indian ethos.
wonderful,
And few things which we have done in the last session, I would like to share that I have started with one GGHS library on wheels,
okay,
because we have a very nice double story library.
wow,
Thousands of books were there.
wonderful,
So what has happened, that why we have planned that we will be sending books to the kids' residence, and
okay,
they will be, and we will be issuing them at their doorstep. So
wow,
this is the way we keep the reading on.
wonderful,
So this is one step which we did. The other one is that we had since I'm a ICT teacher, so I have tried my level best to make my kid to make give them the skill
yeah,
on in ICT, and we have curated so many things, and we have given them the project based
right,
on, they have made robots online, and they were
yeah,
the integrated project. All
wow,
the subjects were integrated, so we need to focus on integrated learning.
yeah,
We need to focus on blended learning. So everything we are focusing on, and in combination with this, we are using the all the tools and technology which
correct,
is there. We have campus care, we have, means all the ERP system are online,
right,
all the technology based software, whatever is required to make this function smoothly.
yeah,
So platform is there. We started with Zoom, then we came to Teams. We gave them the trainings to cope up with that. Then we have STEM education. We are trying to give them mental and value education, which we want to give them. So n number of things which we are focusing on. And we right now also, in my timetable, we have all the subjects intact: GK, reading, writing, life skills. Each and every class is happening on online platform.
wonderful, man. And if I take you back in time and ask you,
Mhm.
how did you make the transition from being a teacher to an administrator? So, would you please tell us your journey?
Okay, Shubham. Actually, I I just say one thing to you, Shubham. I started my journey in 1997 as a teacher, and that too in my own school.
Wow.
And Coming to your own school as a teacher is like a blessing from the God. And I start teaching computer science in 1997, and since then it's my 24th year in the field of education. And I'm blessed that I have seen a kind of a sea-size change in the curriculum, and that made me a lifelong learner, because I started teaching C logo that time, and I was having a floppy in my hand, Shubham,
Right.
which we used to boot the system. After that 95, and when I was teaching in my last school, that I was teaching Python to my student.
Okay.
Python, PHP, ASP,
Computer
Oracle.
languages. Yeah.
I have learned each and every language in
Wow.
my career.
Wonderful.
So I know each and every. I've made so many softwares also, because we need, being a computer teacher, I know
Yeah.
web designing also. So
Wow.
everything, Photoshop, I know.
You're nothing short of an
Also, I
engineer
know.
in a way.
Yes,
I mean,
yes. So we need to work on all these, uh, say, softwares, and
yeah,
because we need to teach them to the kids.
correct.
So that is my journey as a teacher.
Yeah.
That, because as I've taught all the three subjects: computer science, multimedia, and informatic practices. So
Okay.
it has enhanced my teaching learning capabilities, because I have been teaching such a different
Set
subject,
of,
so
yeah, yeah,
set of subjects, so it has enhanced my capabilities.
yeah.
Secondly, being a international coordinator, project head, and British Council in charge,
Okay.
I have planned and executed ISA. It's a one award which British Council gives,
Okay.
and I've visited London. Uh, there is a school, South Dartmoor College. I visited in 2015. I was there for 10 days in that British
Okay.
exchange teacher exchange program.
Right.
So it was an opportunity for me to witness how
Okay.
the how the classroom teaching is really happening in the other side of the world.
Wonderful.
So again, it gives added a feather in my cap. Then
Yeah.
I've been to France, this Paris, under a French embassy. It was with the French embassy,
Yeah.
but that was a French university collaborative project.
Right.
So then again, we have learned that how to deal with the higher send students of class 12 for the
Right.
higher education to different
Right.
universities. And I have done one course from Finland,
Yeah.
and I have taught entrepreneurship.
Oh,
I'm
okay.
yeah, I'm say uh, they don't call it teacher,
Yeah.
they call it an educator, or say to teach entrepreneurship from Cardiff
Correct.
University,
Okay.
UK. QAI, I have done it that also. I taught students for that course also.
Wow.
So many things all together. So being a teacher, your question was being a teacher and administrator, my
Yeah.
journey was quite interesting. And still I believe that I'm a teacher only.
Okay.
My window has little bit increased. Earlier I was teaching in one closed room with limited number of students of my class.
Right.
Now I'm taking care of a large group. My window is increased,
Yeah.
wherein parents, teachers, students,
Clearly.
all are sitting in my class.
Clearly.
So
Wonderful. And I'm sure they're enjoying, I mean, and
yes,
learning from you.
yes, yes, yes,
So, ma'am, you also have experience in curriculum designing.
yes.
So, do you think the changes this pandemic has brought are going to stay in the future, or what sort of changes you envisage coming that are coming?
Shubham, I believe your answer is already there in the air. That is NEP.
Correct.
Everywhere now, NCRT has already. Everybody has already geared up. Himachal Pradesh is the first state who has already started with this implementation of NEP
Okay.
in this session.
Hmm.
Every other state is in line
Yeah.
for the next session. Now, what is required? It's a complete. See, it is very much. I believe once you plan anything,
Yeah.
it is very nice. Once you plan, but implementation of that plan is very very important.
Absolutely, ma'am.
That is how now the government is taking care of. They have come up with the Sarthak document
Okay.
wherein they have documented all these steps, how they will be implementing NAP.
Okay.
Uh, and anyhow, I believe so. There will be a big change because already NAP is started working on making the curriculum, especially for the early care and child education.
Okay.
They have two sub framework. They will be making one curriculum, one framework for the kids from 0 to 3. The other framework will be for 3 to 6,
Yeah.
wherein they will be talking about how to build these skills among them, because
Correct.
this is the large focus area. And the child, whatever the child is
Yeah.
learning in this age, will be there with them throughout their life.
Correct.
So the scope is very wide, and since the technology is changing, NAP is there, and all the leaders, all the
Yeah.
educationists, they are on with their super positive attitude. They all are
Yeah.
working towards it. Definitely, this phase will affect, because
Yeah.
now the connectivity is very high.
Right.
Now there is no boundary. If I want to have a, I have attended so many sessions, and I have given so many sessions at national and international level.
Yeah.
So now there is no boundary. If there is no boundary, that means learning is very high.
Correct, ma'am. And if I ask you a specific question regarding
Yeah.
financial education, a lot
Mm.
of kids, even in their high school, they don't know how to, fill a simple withdrawal form in bank.
Mhm.
So we are teaching our kids how to make money. Let's say when they how to get a job, how to get money, but what to do with money. We're not teaching our kids that financial hygiene. So what do you
Mm.
think? Is that something that should be taught in schools?
Yes, it should be, and we try.
Yeah.
We tried this last to last session.
Okay.
We have financial literacy. We tell them.
Correct. Yeah.
So in that you have to first of all earn the points.
Yeah.
We need to tell them that you need to earn the points,
Okay.
and then you have to spend that points for your benefit.
Okay.
So this is how we used to tell them, because I can't deal with the money with this small age group.
Yeah.
So we worked on the point basis,
Right. Right.
that
Right.
this will give you 2 points if you
Correct.
will, and this will be your bank.
Okay. So banking
This
system,
will
in
be
a way,
your
you
bank.
try to
Yeah,
explain
yeah,
them what is a banking system.
yes, yes. Because in schooling, we often have in this kind of a student council. We
Okay.
train them about this also,
Yeah.
how this each and every vote of yours is, what is
Going.
democracy,
Correct.
how
Correct.
each and every vote count. So the
Correct.
student council happen in each and every school. It's there as a part of that each and every school.
Yeah.
It's just because of this reason that they are able to know about the democracy. Same way,
Wonderful.
financial literacy, although it is not a trend, but
Yeah.
some schools have already started.
Yeah.
In my previous school also we had this financial literacy club.
Okay.
So
Wonderful.
I'm a commerce postgraduate, Shubham.
Okay.
I'm BCom
And
honors
you
and
learned
M.Com.
you learned computer languages after that.
No, I'm MSc DOE level along with
Okay.
MCA
Oh wow, so much of
and B.Ed
learning
also.
going on there.
Yes,
Wonderful, ma'am.
yeah, yeah. So
So
this is
yeah.
all in comes in a packet. IT with financial banking, literacy, and everything.
Yeah.
And somehow even they have seen the people struggling filling up their tax form, income tax form.
Yes, that
Uh,
happens a lot. Yeah.
yes. So we need to just give them the special training or the coaching.
Correct.
And although now it is pretty much this year, if you see the statistics, rates were very higher,
Yeah.
where the people have filled their this tax return on their own.
Correct. Correct.
So
Absolutely,
now
ma'am.
people are learning that actually आवश्यकता जो है ना आपकी, वो आविष्कार की जननी है.
जी
जब
बिल्कुल ठीक बात.
सबको लगा कि अब हमारे पास कोई है ही नहीं है सॉल्यूशन, तो
जी.
everybody learned how to file a tax
जीएसटी
or
रिटर्न और जी
how
जी
to
हाँ.
file a return.
या
So this is how this is happening. Yeah.
Wonderful, ma'am. And since we are at the fag end of the interview, I would like to know, like, how do you plan to rekindle the spirit of, let's say, that social aspect of learning, and how do you prepare to, rekindle that spirit during these times where you're not, in person with them, you're online most of the time.
See, first of all, which I always, whenever I take sessions with teachers,
Yeah.
I always tell them that it is not about online or offline.
Okay.
It is all about the ability of a teacher to
Right.
engage the child. Don't you remember your school days when your teacher was boring and means was not able to give you proper attention? So
Yeah.
you used to look outside your class.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Fine.
Yeah.
So it is not like it when you are in class, so you are listening to your teacher attentively, and whatever your teacher is teaching you, you are getting it all truly. So it is not about like offline or online, it is
Correct.
all about the educator,
Yeah.
a teacher who is taking the class. See, if a teacher is able to engage the child, either of means it's from nursery to 12th, any
Yeah.
class, if the teacher has this ability, so I believe offline or online doesn't matter to me.
Correct.
I believe if you have to be a warrior,
Yeah.
and each and every teacher has proved themselves during this tough time that they are a true warrior and they can do anything whenever the tough time is here. So they have managed each and everything, and they have come up with n number of new ideas, innovative ideas, to engage their students during the online classes.
Okay.
So you could see n number of say innovative
Yeah.
things on your screen, that the child has made this, the child has made this, just because the teacher is behind that child.
Right. Absolutely, ma'am.
So it is not about that. If the teacher has the power, it is not offline online physically, that is for sure.
Yeah.
You have to, and we need a kind of a social, that kind of a bonding when we are
Correct.
meeting physically, that is true. But if the teacher is competent enough and
Yeah.
able to transact her lesson plan in
Yeah.
an effective manner during the online class, the
Yeah.
child is bound to listen. That what I believe.
Wonderful, ma'am. Wonderful. And just a quick message to your students before please close this interview. Yeah.
Yeah, first of all, I just say one thing, that whenever your willingness decide the extent of your achievement, Shubham.
Wonderful.
If you are willing to achieve something, you will achieve it.
Yeah.
If you are a teacher and you think that my classroom transaction will be best, either it's online or offline, you will achieve. That's what
Yeah.
I believe. In the end, I just want to say one thing.
Yeah.
A rock is so hard. Still, a lapidurist
Yeah.
shapes it.
Yeah.
You desire, you explore,
Yeah.
your hard works shapes it.
That's absolutely correct, ma'am. Thank you so much.
So it is up to you only
Yeah.
what you want to be.
Absolutely.
अगर एक पत्थर को तराशा जा सकता है,
जी.
तो हम तो इंसान हैं, हम तो कुछ भी कर सकते हैं.
जी 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 बिल्कुल. Thank you so much for the wonderful message, and thank you so much for your time. And we can see how hard you're working, and we wish you all the best for the future. And
Thank you so much, Shubham.
thank you so much to our viewers as well. And we'll see you in the next episode. Thank you.